Coming up on this edition of SWTV News. Work crews are making steady progress on the new 225-bed long-term care facility in Swift Current. This beautiful rose garden is an attraction for many throughout the summer months, as you walk through Kiwanis Park for a leisurely stroll or stop for a casual lunch. Karen Clark of Swift Current has been working as a locksmith for the past 27 years and has encountered a variety of requests from her customers.
Thanks for joining us here today. Progress continues at the site of the new long-term care facility in Swift Current. We bring you this latest update in today's top story.
Work crews are making steady progress on the new 225-bed long-term care facility in Swift Current, as the site is now transformed into a more recognizable outline of the individual homes, which will eventually welcome long-term care residents in the spring of 2016. A process which the Cypress South region indicates is on time and on budget for the $108.5 million project. And once completed, will offer a home-like atmosphere for its residents and the convenience of being located close to the Cypress Regional Hospital.
Just moving people back and forth. If they have some requirements, it'll be easier for physicians to pop over and see their residents if they have some medical needs. Lab, it's easier for them to come over because now they get in their car, they drive over to long-term care, they do all of their lab draws, drive it back. So it's just easier for our lab staff and, moving people if they need an x-ray or any of that stuff.
And as the crews continue their daily routine on the construction site, work continues behind the scenes to secure the community's 20% of the funding, or $15.7 million for the project. To date, approximately $2 million remains to be raised locally for the bricks and mortar of the building.
The majority of it has been committed to. I know that the city has been working to continue to, advocate for municipalities to contribute. So I'm not sure, it's summertime and hard sometimes to pull people together, but I know that work continues from their perspective. And then, of course, we're working with the foundation right now to look at what's a feasible amount that could be raised within the community for our furnishings and equipments.
Assistance from the Dr. Noble Irwin Regional Healthcare Foundation, which will ring in at approximately $8 million for beds, furnishings, and equipment of the new long-term care facility. A true community project, which in the end will bring together long-term residents into one facility and replace the 3 outdated buildings now in operation in Swift Current.
That looks like a government program.
Imagine a destination where you can enjoy world-class dining and unique accommodations. Take a leisurely stroll through streets filled with rich history while browsing for that perfect gift. Buy fresh produce from the farmers market and enjoy a range of cultural events while stepping back in time to learn more about Canada's Old West. Your summer destination is awaiting you in Maple Creek. For event listings and all things Maple Creek, visit our website.
A group of local volunteers are busy throughout the summer season helping to beautify the city. And in this report, we learn more about the Friends of the Parkway.
This beautiful rose garden is an attraction for many throughout the summer months, as you walk through Kiwanis Park for a leisurely stroll or stop for a casual lunch. This delicately manicured rose garden is one of several in the city of Swift Current, cared for by the Friends of the Walkway. An official launch for another season at the garden was recently hosted by the group, complete with a ministerial blessing for the roses and its many volunteers. The Memorial Rose Garden offers a peaceful atmosphere compared to many of the other parks in the community, giving visitors a chance to take a break from their hectic day or remember a loved one through the various roses which bloom every summer. A garden which grew from humble beginnings.
On the instigation of Grace Kushner, who decided this garden would be a lovely memorial garden because it had a lot of other flowers in originally, that we turn it into a memorial rose garden. And so we've been doing this maybe 6-7 years now. We ask anybody who would like to donate $20 wanted to put a rose in memory of a special loved one or family here. And we now have over 63 roses, so we've had to refuse any more.
Loren adds that in the coming months, a sign will be constructed near the garden, honoring the loved ones remembered through each of the rose plants, replacing name cards which originally were staked in the garden over the past number of years. And as passers-by embrace the beauty of the Memorial Rose Garden at Kiwanis Park, Loren and a small group of volunteers also care for the flower gardens near Elmwood and Riverdene Park. A passion for horticulture, which Loren carries with her through her involvement with the Friends of the Walkway to her everyday life.
Well, I'm a gardener. I come from a family of gardeners, and I find nothing more restful and peaceful than gardening. And even if you can garden when you're young, and some of the school children help maintain this garden, I forgot to tell you that, from the camp school and the comp school help and the Green Friday people help. And so you can start when you're young and you can go on until you can't bend anymore, and then you can still enjoy the flowers.
The Friends of the Walkway are always looking for new volunteers to keep the beauty of these gardens alive for future generations. Interested volunteers can contact the City of Swift Current or Anthea Loren directly. Another exciting season of Market Square returns to downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Market Square, every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current and Standard Motors, along with Innovation Credit Union and SWTV News.
Southwest TV News brings you another feature in our ongoing series, Give for Good, brought to you by the Swift Current Salvation Army, Pharmasave, and JD AgTech. Today, profiling one local woman and her random acts of kindness.
I really do hope that as people are watching this video series and hearing other people's stories, they really will observe what's going on in their own lives, see how they are giving for good, look for further opportunities to give for good, and that they will experience all the joys that come from that.
Unfortunately, in our society today, everybody is so caught up in the whirlwind that is their own life that they forget that there are other people out there as well.
You know, giving your time is really valuable, I know, for many organizations, and finding volunteers can be a struggle at for some organizations. So, you know, that time commitment it's definitely worth something to the organizations you're helping.
Karen Clark of Swift Current has been working as a locksmith for the past 27 years and has encountered a variety of requests from her customers. From general key cutting to helping someone who's been locked out of their home or camper trailer. A business which has her working in town or across the Southwest.
Well, I work for the police, I work for the sheriff, safe shelters, I do the banks, plus the businesses, plus residential, plus automotive. And it's a challenge to get into the locks, because I mean, like some you can just walk up, boom, you're in. Next time, it'll cause you problems. You can sit there for a while trying to get it open, you know.
Recently, Karen crossed paths with John Watt and Elaine Tanner, who were traveling across Canada and found themselves in a unique situation.
And I was shuffling some luggage in the back of the truck and dropped the keys in there, inadvertently, not aware, slammed the trunk, and realized with the security on the car that I was screwed, that I couldn't get the keys out of the trunk and to get the car moving. So I tried to find another way to do it. There's a release for the trunk in the car. There's a security key release. I didn't have that. I started to panic.
Following numerous telephone calls, the couple contacted GV Lock and Key, and the problem was quickly resolved.
Karen comes in and gets her little magic little keys out, a little security stuff, and releases the trunk within less than a minute, and just made our whole morning. And we were so elated with her, we took her out for coffee and started talking to her, about her life, and she started to share some personal information. And I said, you know, this is a story I think should be shared.
A simple act of kindness which made a world of difference to John and Elaine while restoring their outlook on mankind.
Kind of bridged back to thinking, my gosh, there is humanity out here. There is kindness, and that's really what we need to remember, that, you know, just doing a simple thing, a simple act, even, you know, a smile or a helping hand, it is so special these days, and it's so easy to do.
Well, even though Karen's a commercial operation and it's part of her work, there was more of a personal side to her that she cared, and she gave me advice, and also Eileen followed up from Saskatchewan Automobile Association, was very concerned after the slow start. We did have a slow start initially, and she apologized for that and was on the ball, and genuine concern, real kindness and thoughtfulness.
However, for Karen Clark, helping others is a regular part of her daily routine, with each key she cuts or door she opens.
Well, whether it's a tourist or people that have in their own homes, I like to help people, get them through. If it's an emergency, I'll just lock up the shop quick, go there quick.
A random act of kindness which brought these strangers together through a unique circumstance and left this BC couple with a better appreciation of a sense of community in rural Saskatchewan.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.